you and I catch up today, and I told you what you need to do. So I hope you've had time to go back to the video and try and resolve those issues. Yeah, so just quickly go through what we did last week. So what we did was to just overview of what we did last week. Um, um, yeah, I think I'll start by asking anyone. Can anybody walk me through what we did last week just to make sure that first of all, can you see my screen? Like, can you see my Azure? So I'm going to be driving today. Can you see my Azure? My
Yes, I
portal.
can. This is Adebola.
Brilliant. Hi, Adebola. So
Thank you.
can someone tell me what we did last week? Just very high level. You don't have to go into detail. Just high level of what we did last week before we crack on today. Just high level. And do we go back as well? Do you go back to watch the video and usually I would expect people to even delete their VMs and start all over and get up to where we are. Because the more you do it, the more it kind of sticks. But if you just do it once and leave it, you will not remember it again. So, but if the more you do it, the more it sticks. Yeah. Can anyone walk me through, or just tell me? No, sorry, no, don't walk me through. Just tell me, what we did. Anyone, just volunteer and just tell me what we did last week. Just high level, not more than high level. Anyone?
This is Shola.
Hi, Sheila.
Last week, I think we touched base on log analytics, and then we also went to I had to configure our log analytics workspace. I think we also went ahead to learn how to query our logs. That's the one we uploaded.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty much what we did last week.
Okay. Yeah, we also added the Sentinel to our log analytics, right?
Yes.
So we configure Defender. We turn up most of our services like storage, uh, uh, key vault, and the rest of them. Like I think about 5 services was turned on, and we did a basic introduction to KQL, Coastal Query Language, which is what we are going to use, as we join in this course. So yeah, that's the overview of what we did last week. So does anybody have any questions or any concerns or anything that they want to raise before we start today?
On the KQL, sorry, how is it spelled? Because
How is what spelled?
KQL, the language.
The way it's pronounced KQL. That's it.
KQL.
Yeah, Coastal Query Language. So if you just say KQL, you will see tons of materials that you can, queries that you could potentially use. Yeah, it's not spelled, it's not really hard. Just K, then Q, then L. So KQL.
Okay.
So the full meaning is a Coastal Query Language.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, it's just like a SQL language as well. So it's off the back of SQL, whereby you query your database. So it's kind of the same idea, really. And in Splunk has similar one. They call it SPL, Splunk processing language. So this language are just for you to query so there's going to be some sort of database, and you need to query to get data out of those databases. So log analytics is just like a database, but we don't want to call it database, so we call it log analytics. So that's the professional name, but I'm just explaining that it's like a database, or see it like a database where logs are stored, and in that logs you have in that database you have your table, just like the way databases work, right? You have table, you have, so for you to query something, you need to be in the right table, then you query your logs. So that's how log analytics, and that's how, workspace works as well. Does not make there's no any difference from it. Any questions from anyone? Okay, there's no question. I assume we are good and we can crack on. So today we're going to continue with where we stopped last week. So we're going to be today we're going to be sending logs. Right? The one we did last week was to upload a manual logs, which is log that was generated. But this one is going to be sending logs from our Windows and Linux VMs that we created some weeks back. So we're going to get logs from them into Workspace today. So yeah, I'm going to drive today. So let me know if you can see my screen. And so the first thing that we're going to do is to yeah, let's create our Azure storage. So let's type Azure storage account, storage account. Yeah, storage account. This one. So yeah, we can create a storage account. So storage account is nothing, but it's just, I mean, for those that have used like Dropbox, for those that have used like Google Drive. So this is another service in Azure. So Azure has so many services. So one of them is storage account, where you can basically store your files, your data, your, if you know how Dropbox works, it's the same way like storage account works. So from the name you can see, so you're just going to be hosted in your Azure tenancy basically. So we're going to create this. So you can see that automatically it picks up my subscription. So I will expect it to pick your own subscription as well. So your resource group should be similar, because I wanted us to have the same resource group so that everybody can be on the same page. So yeah, resource group. And next thing I want to do is to give it a name. So we can give any name that we want, but I want us to kind of use similar name. So we can use, I'll put it in the chat. So that's the name I want us to use, everybody, so that we can be on the same page. Going to use this name. So okay, doesn't like that. Oh, see that name is taken. So let me do one more. Let's see if that one is taken. Okay, that one is not taken. So I just put 1 So you can do 1 2 if you like. It doesn't matter. So I've taken 1 1. So someone else may do 1 2 1 3, but just the same naming convention. So choose your region. I choose UK South. If you guys remember when we started, when we spin up our Azure tenancy. So yeah, I'm using UK Europe. So we have these, we have that. Yeah. Okay, so let's just review.
Then a quick question: why are we creating storage accounts?
So we need logs from it as well. We need log from it to be sent to Log Analytics Workspace. That's why we're creating it.
Okay, so it's okay for us to give it a different number, the storage account name.
It's fine.
Okay.
I mean the first this convention should be the same, so that people up to 0, up to even 1. I would like everyone to have the same name, but you can change the last number to whatever you want. So you can choose 2, 3, whatever. So the reason why I want us to have a unique name, so that when we are exporting the logs, it's clear and people are not saying, oh, I can't see my storage account name or whatever. So it's easier when we all have the same name, so we know exactly what we're doing. So then I'll do create. So while that is ongoing, okay, why does it feel? Let's see, let's read the error message. Okay, it's already taken. Okay, I think the name is already taken. So I'll give you another name. Did anybody have the same issue like me? Anyone? Anyone?
No, this is Stacy. No.
Yeah, yours was fine. Yeah, it says my own name has been taken. Someone probably was quicker than me and has taken my name, so that's fine. I'll choose another name. So yeah, so anytime we have error, just read your error message. It will tell you exactly what's going on. So I will do, yeah. I'll just give it another name. So I can do maybe 9999 and say that is, yeah, okay. I think that's okay. Review and create. Looks like this is working. So the next thing that we want to do is to also get logs from our network group. So I don't know if anybody still remember that when we started the adjuster, we created network groups. So this is done. So we'll go back to our search and we type network security groups. So we should have like 3 groups. So yeah. Let me know if we are all here. Just give me a thumbs up if you are here. Just put it in the chat. Say yes. So I don't want to be too fast. I don't want to be too slow. I want to make sure that all of us are on the same page. Okay, that's from James. Okay, James. Right, James. Thanks. So is it only James that is there, or we're all there? Okay. So I'll just click on the windows. Okay. So yeah, I'll click on the window, select the window. So click on this, I'm going to call it. So let's go to NSG flow. So this is like our logs for the network group. So we're getting all of the logs. So our network group's logs, storage logs, and all of these logs. So we're going to get them into workspace. So we do create log flow. So we're going to select resource. Select Windows, Linux, and do confirm selection.
James, can you pause a little bit? So
Okay.
clicking create a flow log,
Yep.
and I
Did you miss it? Okay, let me cancel it then. So from the, if you go back to your,
okay, I'm here.
Okay, you're on this page. Okay. So basically you go to select.
Okay.
resources. Okay. So choose your Linux and Windows and just click on confirm selection.
All right. Got it.
You can see that the account storage, it's automatically selected by default. So this is mine. Yeah, and for the retention days, you can just put 0. Oh, sorry, 0, not 9. So I'll give you some time for people to catch up because then I'll just this will give it like 1 or 2 minutes. Not too much long.
Hello, James. This is Tessie.
Hi.
Yeah, on my storage account, I did the Dropbox, but I couldn't find my name. Or am I supposed to type it there?
Do you mean here?
Yeah.
No, it's not your. You won't see your name. You see your account storage name that you created. Mine is this 09999.
Yeah, but I can't find it. It's not here.
Okay. Did anybody have the same issue that you can't find your account storage? Anyone with that issue or just test it? Okay. And are you sure that you created it? Are you
Okay,
sure?
I'm coming.
Maybe
And
you didn't create
I'm
it.
sorry, your subscription. Why is mine? Okay, I'm coming. Let me see. No, I did.
Maybe you want to create it again, because if you create it, then it should
Oh,
be there
yeah.
by default.
I will create it again.
Okay, yeah, quickly create it, then we'll wait for you
Okay.
so that we can be on the same page. Just let us know when you are here so that we know we can be on the same page. Just give us a charge.
You can go ahead because I saw I created it, but I will just try and create another one with another name.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, do you want to do it now so that we can be on the same page so that you can follow us? Otherwise, you will have to come back.
No, go ahead. I can watch the video later.
Okay. Cool. So I'll do next. So to ensure that for the log flow version, just select version 2, and let's enable traffic analysis. So this is how soon our logs are going to be sending to log analytics. Every hour is too long, so I can do like maybe 10 minutes. So yeah, 10 minutes. So that if anything happens on your VMs, you want to know, like you want to have like visibility as soon as possible. So an hour is a long time. So I'll choose 10 minutes. If you want, you can choose 1 hour, but I'll say we should choose 1. Yeah, we should choose 10 minutes. So yeah, workspace, we should select the right workspace. So it should be 1. Then we can review and create.
So
What?
the workspace,
Yep.
I saw the default one. Should we go with that? Is that the one you went with?
The one we created when we started the whole thing. So it should be cyber lab,
Okay.
whatever. So that's the one.
Okay. Got
So
it.
if you see any other workspace that you haven't created, don't choose it. Choose the one you know that you created it.
Oh,
Okay, then you do create. Yeah, so can we all just go to our VMs? Just make sure that they are all up and running. So just type here your VMs, virtual machines, and ensure that they are running. You don't need these attack VMs, you can leave it stopped, but these Linux and Windows, please ensure that they're running. Okay, so let's go back to our search box and go to type log analytics workspace and go into our workspace. I'll try and be slow as possible, so not too fast. Okay. Are we all here, please?
Yes.
Cool. Alright, so is it okay, James? Thank you. Yeah, you can see like I do have like one of my Windows machine is already connected, so that I guess that would be the Defender. Oh. So if we're all here, let's do it. So let's select data collection route. Just let's select that. Everybody please do that. And let's click on this one. Okay, James. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete this so that you can see it. Yeah, it's fine. Don't concentrate that. I don't see it. Yes, that's fine. You can delete it. Yes. So basically, what I'm doing is to this was done when we created the Defender, but I want to do it manually. So I want to redo it so that we can get logs from Windows and Linux operating systems or our VMs that we created. So that's why we're doing this.
So, James, I'm asking this. So, for those who have the this particular component already set up, should they delete it as well?
No. So
Okay.
basically, so there's two things. If we, yeah, like I said, the market is a bit challenging these days. So what we are doing is we're looking at the engineering side of things, like installing the whole thing. Most times they will probably have it in the office, like the workspace, log analytics, they will have been there. But there's nothing wrong if you understand how it was set up. So I think, was it James or I can't remember who asked me this question the other day to say, you know, do I need to know this? I'll say yes, because like 5, 6 years ago, there's a lot of shortage in security space. 7 years ago, yes. If you know just a little bit, you'll be fine. But now, it's a little bit is not enough because of the challenges in the market. So the more you know, the better. So this is like the engineering side of things, showing us how to set up the whole thing before we now go to the to the analyst part of it. So it's not enough to say, "Oh, I just want to do the analyst part," but it's good to also understand how the whole thing is it's set up so that when you are telling your story in an interview, it's really sweet. You can say, I did this, I set it up, then anybody who want to hire such a person say, okay, you know the end-to-end knowledge. You're not just, saying just one thing, and if anything spoils, you're like, okay, I don't know what to do. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, for the office, no, you won't do this because they will accept. I mean, but if they know that you know what you are doing, if they know that you are very comfortable, then yes, they will. They will be more than happy to let you do it. So that's why what we are doing here is the same thing. That's going to be the environment is going to look the same. Nothing is going to be different. Everything is going to be absolutely the same thing. The workspace name might be different, but the environment in terms of your query and whatnot, it will be the same. Nothing will be different. So what you do here in terms of the knowledge, it's easily transferable to your workplace. The only difference is that you might have more log sources, at workplace because we are just using like 3 or 4 log sources here. But imagine in an environment of 500 people, they probably have, I mean, let's say 1,000 users within the company. They probably have many stuff that they want to log, but we are just like one person, so we cannot log everything. But like I said, the concept is what is important, knowing fully well where to go and what to do. That is what is, so when you get to a bigger environment, it's the same thing. If you can drive Mercedes, you can drive BMW, you can drive any car, it doesn't matter. So just know how to drive car. So that's what we're doing. So have to it, so we can make something of it. So that should go now. Okay. Okay. I think it's fine. So are we all at this page, please? Let me know so that I don't want to go too fast. Okay, so this is correct. So this is correct. Okay, I need to create another rule name, so I can call my rule name. So this is just to create another rule, so which is going to help us. So we can call it. Please, if something is not clear, please ask me. Please. Is that 10? No, retention date should be 0, not 10. Should be 0, not 10. Please, you can ask questions. Don't worry. Stop me and ask any questions. So if something is not clear, you can ask it, and that's why we're here. You know, if I do something, if you don't understand it, please stop me and ask. There's no point if you have a question and you don't ask it. So just ask. So for the root name, I'm using this one. So you guys can use the same thing as well. Your subscription is going to be automatically populated. Region, I'm going to, please choose your correct region. I'm using UK South, I believe. So UK South. That's what I'm using, UK. And I think UK South is what I'm using. Please select the right region. I'm not using US. I'm using UK South. Okay, yeah. Please select your right region as well. For the platform type, just select all as well. And do next. Then click on add resources. If anybody have any question, please ask me.
Okay, 1 second, James.
Yeah.
I missed that. Is the platform type Windows?
No, all, just select all. So there's an
All.
option for Windows and Linux, but select all. So because we are doing it for both.
Okay.
Then just click next. Then you then do add resources. So I'll wait for a while. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to select Linux and this. So let's do it this way. We can do the drop down. Let's see what we have there. Okay, well, yeah, we can select that. So I'll do it again in case there's confusion. So when you click here, like you have your 2 resource group, but this is the one we are using. It should be Blue Sky CyberLab. That was why I said we should all use the same name, so that when we are doing it, it won't be confusing. So you can click on the drop down here, and you can select Windows and Linux. Then apply. Okay, so let's add this. Are we all here before I proceed? Please. Okay, to add data source. So here we can do select. Can I try and select them?
1 second, James. Did you just start over?
No, I did next.
All
And
right.
I click on add log source, so I'll cancel it again.
All right, that's fine. That's all right. Okay. Soon when you're done.
So log source. So we want to select the data type, the log that we actually want to check. So in this case, we can start with Linux really. So for Linux, we can look at for Windows, we want to look at, remember when we did event logs, and we were looking at manually how to analyze our logs.
Yep.
We talked about checking logs from window event logs, application logs, and all of those things. So that was manually, but now we want to get that same logs, all of those logs into our workspace now. So if you select Windows logs, we can select on the application we need maybe informational only. It's fine. So we want to know if there's anything happened on our Windows log. So for informational purpose, they want to know logs and audit success and failure. On the system log, do we need does anybody think that we need system log? And which one do you think we should log in, in any of these?
Critical.
Yeah.
Warning.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Error, because error would help us
to know what's going on.
Yeah, to know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. So we can add them, and just to, yeah. Let me wait here to make sure that people are on the same page. So before we...
Hi, James. This is Tessie.
Hi.
Yeah, this one we're doing today, let me say, in our place of work, what are we going to be using this for? This particular one.
So this is how to ingest logs. So I'll start from, do you understand what is log analytics? I want to make sure that you understand it, so that then I'll then answer this. I will answer your question. Then you understand why. Do you understand log analytics? What it does?
Yes.
Because if you understand it, then I will explain this. So I'm not trying to. I just want to make sure that you understand it. So can you explain what is log analytics for me? Just to make sure that analytics, yeah. I just want to make sure that you understand it.
Analyzing logs.
No, that's not what I've explained it more than 10, 20 times. Log analytics, it's where our logs are stored. It's not analyzing logs, it stores logs. Because it's important to understand it. That's why I kept explaining it. Because if you don't understand this, people will not understand what we are doing. So in work environments, and I'll go back to security 101 basics. So what security team is doing is to protect the business. Security they're not sales, they're not marketing, they don't do all of that. What they do is to protect the business so that the business can function very well. So in an organization, we have so many logs. For example, when you are working, they'll give you a laptop, right? So that laptop, you are generating so many logs from it. Before the inception of SIEM, there's no way organization knows what is happening on your laptop. That's just one laptop. Imagine 500 users. That means they have 500 laptops, right? They also have some applications that are called critical applications. For example, bank, they have like servers, databases, tons of information that are very important to them. And this information on a daily basis, they generate logs. And these logs, there's no way they can manually be checking what is going on. So what is going on? When I said going on, I mean intrusion. So when people are trying to hack you, there's always a footprint that is generated, which is logs. That logs is generated whenever anything happens. Just few days ago, I think two days ago, they actually hack the websites of royal family from Russia. So do you know how they got to know? They got to know because they have a SIM solution, Sentinel, that trigger an alert to say there's a traffic from Russia, and that was how they got to know. So imagine if they don't have a SIM and they don't have a visibility, there's no way they will know. So that is what SIM does for you. So going back to your question, so the reason why we are doing this is to have visibility. So from our applications, right, we want to see if there's any information. Let's say somebody tried to hack us. We want to have that information. So if somebody log into our database that is not an authorized person's, we want to know if the login was successful or if the login was failed. We want to know. So we want to know if our system needs to be patched, or if there is an update that needs to be applied, and that is why we are doing this critical error warning and all of those. So at workplaces, this is what you do when you want to add your log sources to your workspace. So your workspace, it's like your database. I mean, the function of a database is storing data, right? So log analytics is like database that stores log. So when you have your log, all of your log stores in one place, then you now sit back and say, okay, I want to know when somebody tried to do this to me, can you generate an alert and inform me that somebody is trying to do something? And that is the alert that will come to the SOC guys. Then the SOC guys will then investigate it to understand what's going on. So if there's no log analytics, if there's no SIM, then we will not have visibility as to what's going on. So I don't know if I've been able to answer your question. So again, please guys, try and go back and read these things. And if there's something that is not clear, you can always ask. But if you don't ask, there's no way I will know that it's not clear. So log analytics, it's a database basically that stores your log. And when you have that log, then you can create what we call detection rules or analytic rules. So to say, okay, if this condition meets, for example, I can create a rule and say, if somebody, let's say Tessie works at 9 to 5, it's just logic. And it's not rocket science, it's very simple. It just requires somebody to just think. That's the only thing that it requires. Let's say Tessie works 9 to 5, for example, right? 9 o'clock, you log in to your laptop, you go on your VPN, you are connected to your environment 9 to 5, right? So we can create a route and say, because we know that you log in at 9 to 5, you log in at 9 and you finish at 5. I can create a detection rule or a correlation rule or an alert, whatever you want to call it, they all mean the same thing, to say if Tessie logs in after 5 p.m. more than 2 times in a day, trigger an alert. And that we're going to do it. That's what we are getting there. So I'm trying to give end to end so that it's clear. And after this training, guys are, okay, I understand why we're doing this, I understand why we're doing that. So it's the end to end, not just showing one part. So if you now you can say, what, I will stay with the engineering side, or what, I'll go with the analyst side. But at least you have both experiences and you decide where you want to go. So I can now create, okay, maybe Tessie logs in 9 to 5. It's okay, if Tessie logs in at 5:30 for 2 days consecutively, let me know. Then I will create an automation. So there will be an email. So if you might not know, if you log in at 5:30, let's say on Monday and Tuesday, your manager might get an alert to say you logged in at 5:32 times. And that's why when we're in security, we need to, there's a lot of thinking that we need to do, because security is about visibility, it's about understanding what goes on in the environment. And there's a lot of things that happens that the security, they know so many things. And I was not saying more than that. That's why where I'm working, I'm security cleared, and I can't say some things on online, but some things that I'm exposed to, I cannot say it just because I'm SC cleared and because I work in security. So I'm privileged to see a lot of things. So that's how security is. So the purpose is to secure something, and however you want to secure it, you have to, there's a lot of thinking. That's why they pay well, but it requires a lot of thinking as well, like trying to figure out why this is like this. It's not a role that they will just, it's not like it's very good role, but it does help somebody to also think as well. So sorry for a bit of.
Thanks, James. That was
Yeah.
helpful.
So, all right. So are we all here? So at least I hope that explains why we are trying to add our data source. So it's called data source. So we're trying to add our window data source to the log analytics. So we've picked according to our parts. So we've picked information, which is really good. So we want to know audit and failure as well for system, critical error, and whatnot. So the next one is, let's go destination. Let's select our destination. So our destination. So specific type. Azure monitors. Okay, that's fine. Let's select our workspace. Yeah, it should just be one space. Our workspace, really. So, do we all see the same thing, right? Guys, do we see the same thing, please? Just make sure that we're on the same page before I add it. Okay. I want to click it, so add log source. So we've added, can we see we've added our window event logs. So we can go back and do the same thing for Linux. So just go to the drop down and select Linux. So in this Linux, we're not going to add everything. We're just going to add just one. So let's just add our log audit. So we just want to see our authentication. So log audit means authentication logs. That's what it means. So this one means alert logs, audit logs. This is FTP logs. We can add everything, but we don't need it. We can only log. We should just log our authentication logs. That's the most important thing for me. So I want to see if anybody is trying to log into my Linux box. So that's what I want to see. So authentication logs, I'll choose log debug. And for the rest of, for the other ones, I'll just do, I can do none. Yeah, let's just do none. So none. Yeah, don't need that. Yeah, we can just select none for the rest of them. So let's choose none. We don't need that. So yeah, I'll just pick none for everything else.
So authentication and FTP.
No.
Only.
So we are only logging authentication log. So every other thing is none. So I'm just explaining that. So for your data source type, it's going to be Linux 6 log. And underneath, we're going to choose log auth, meaning authentication logs. And we're going to select log debug. But for the rest of the other facility, we're just going to put them to none. So that means we are just only logging authentication logs. So we're not logging the rest of them because that will be too much. We are not company, so we just want to see how things work. So we don't need to log everything because otherwise it will be too expensive. Because everything that you log, you have to pay for. So we don't need it.
Mm,
So that's how Azure works. Not only Azure, any cloud services, you pay for what you use. That's how cloud works, and that's why it's cloud. So if you spin up a service, you pay for it. So if you're not using it, you would you just, it's always advisable to just switch it off. Otherwise, we just be paying, and that's why cloud is good because pay as you go. It's a very I like cloud because I can say, okay, I need my service for like 3 days, and I'll just pay for that 3 days. For the rest of the 2 days, I'll shut it down, so I'm not paying. So, but whereas if it's on prem, you can't do that. So you're just going to be running it forever. So yeah, it's got its pros and cons as well. But I don't want to go into the politics of cloud / on-prem. I have my reservation for that. So let's go to destination and do the same thing. So yeah, we have destination. So yeah, same thing, log monitoring. Make sure that you select your right subscription. Please make sure that you're using the right subscription. So I think these are generated another subscription. So by default, it will have just pick it for you anyway. So let's do hard lock source. So we can do review and create. So we've added, we've created rules for our Linux and Windows logs. I'll wait a bit there, and I'm sure people might have questions for me. So I'll just give it 1 or 2 minutes to say. If anybody has questions, please let me know. Any questions, sir? Ma? Any questions? If you have questions, please ask me.
Hi, James. It's Shola.
Hi, Shala. Hi, Shala.
Yeah. Right now, what we're doing now is creating data collection from the VMs that we already have on
Correct. Yeah. So we are getting their logs into Workspace. Yes.
Okay. So let's say for instance, our own personal computers.
Yeah.
Is it possible for us to get our logs from
Absolutely. Yeah. It's possible. It's possible.
Microsoft Azure?
Yeah, it's possible, and I'll show you. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, it's possible. But like I said, you have to realize that everything you use in Azure or in any cloud services, you pay. It's not free. Okay. So, and how to do that, before we get it, how to do that is to get an agent, get an agent install on your own Windows machine, then point it to your log and analytic workspace. That's it. It's as simple as that. So that's what we're doing next.
Okay.
Any questions from anyone? That was good question, Shola. I mean, you can get logs from anywhere. So imagine you have like firewall, like in a typical work environment setting, right? There's going to be like external firewall, internal firewall, all kind of logs, right? And not all of them are Microsoft based. So there's always a way to get logs into Workspace. There's an API. Does anybody know how API works? Anyone knows API? Anybody has heard the word API before? Anyone? Any tester in the house that's maybe tested the API before?
Yeah, I've done worked on API projects before.
Okay, good. So you know how they use API to get logs into anything. Like you know how API works, right? You know the function of API, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain it like
say,
very basics level so that people can understand? Just basic, like just the word API, how it works.
okay. Let me add it. So API in how do I put it in a layman's um, language? Say, for example, it's called application programming interface. So there's a set of, what do they call it now? Rules. So it allows application software to communicate with each other, but it's based on a set of rules and, should I say protocols? Okay. So information is exchanged between systems. All right. For example, when you go on websites now, you see people have placed their social media links on their page to be able to connect to Facebook, to Instagram, or whatever. So most of the time, what the component that enables them to make that connection is powered by API calls. So a request is made to that server and it returns the information that is needed. So you click on that Facebook icon, which they've placed in there. Usually it will be the URL, for example, if it's from a WordPress application, it will be the URL, the one that we see, that everybody sees. But behind that URL, it's powered by the API. So it's the API that is powering that ability for that information. So, but when you connect and you send in your username and password, because you've not gone directly to Facebook yourself, okay? But it's the API that, so by the time, whenever you put in your username and password, what is happening behind the scene is the API logic. Because you are making a request at the point you are entering your username and password and clicking submit. So if you use the website using the developers tool, if you click on the network, you're going to see the requests, API requests happening in there behind the scene. When you do, is it F12 or you right click or you right click to inspect, when you right click to inspect elements. So when you click on the in the network tab on the websites,
Wow.
you're going to
Thank you.
see all sorts of requests going in and out for
Yeah.
every action you perform on the site.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pat. So yeah, I think that Pat has even over explained it. I was not even expecting you to go that far. So basically, to get logs or to communicate, so this is, this Azure is owned by Microsoft, right? Do you all agree with that? Yeah. So let's say we now want to get a log from AWS platform. They are different platform, right? They're not. So if you want to get log from Azure to Azure, it's easier because it's on the same Microsoft platform. But if you want to get it from other platform, so an API can help you, as Pat just explained. So if I know the external API of AWS and I know the platform that I want to get logs from, I can connect that, and from that I'll forward it to my log analytics workspace, and the log is going to be transferred. So basically, API just allows you to communicate to other services outside of your own organization or outside of your own region, basically, in a very, very, very simple way. So not to complicate it, not to explain it too much. So an API allows you to get logs or information or whatever services, whatever you want to call it, outside of your own control. So see, this Azure or whatever that we have now is within our own control, because this Azure tenancy, it's my own tenancy. So, I can do whatever that I want. But if I want to go to Google Cloud, AWS, and get logs from it, then I need something that would help me to get that logs, because I'm on a different platform. So how do I get it? The very clever ones, they came up with a concept of an API. Thank God for them. So with an API, we can get logs from anywhere. But we are not doing API, don't worry. Nobody should be scared. We are only focusing on our Azure. But I just want to mention it because in an interview, they can ask you that how do you get logs? So the ways to get logs is one, go to your data connector and connect your data like we've done. But you can then say, but however, if you want to get data outside of your organization, that you can use an API. Sometimes just knowing about it, for me, I've gotten jobs many times that I just heard because I'm in a different security groups. I remember when I first heard Zero Trust. I've never deployed, I've never done it, but somebody just said something about Zero Trust. I just glanced through, I just understand it like not very high level, just very basic level. And 2 days after, I went for an interview and we were talking with the guy, and the guy asked me, do you know anything about Zero Trust? I have not done it, but because I heard it, somebody just explained how it works, and I explained it. I got that job because of that. I have not done it, but because the fact that I can even talk about it, that's why anything you hear, don't think is not important, because you never know when it's going to come handy. That's why I want, please, whatever you hear in this class is very important, because somebody can just say, oh, do you know API? Do you know how it works? Because when you are doing, interview, from one point it leads to another thing and another thing, and you never know. It's not like they have some set of questions that they would ask you. Sometimes they have questions. Sometimes the interview will just go another way and they'll just start to talk about something else. Many times I've gotten job on this Azure Sentinel that they were asking me. I mean, it was meant to be an analyst job. Then we're talking, and they got to know that actually I know more than an analyst. I know how analytics works, how to create workspace, how to add log source, how to connect. We're just talking, and the conversation just turned to a new thing. And right there, the guy confirmed that, come on, you are getting this job, because it's far more than what he expected, and that's where you want to be. Like I said, the market is competitive. There's so many people coming into security space now, so you can't be. It's not that time to say, okay, I just want to know little. No, the more you know, the better for you, and you can be in a place where you can command respect and good money, and you're not begging, basically, because you know your words. So thanks so much, Pat. Thanks for that. That was good. So, all right. So are we all here? Let me know before we just do the few things that is remaining for tonight. And thanks for everyone for joining. So please confirm if we are all here. Put it in the chat to say yes, so that we can carry on. I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page before I can. I only get a message from Tessie. Thank you, Tessie. Okay, that's fine. I believe we're all there. So let's go back to our search box and go to log analyst workspace again. And go to workspace. So change. Can we all see this? Should be having this as well. If you're having should have one window computer is connected. So that means our window computer is sending logs. Can you confirm? Can everybody confirm that they can see this?
Yeah.
Okay. That's part, right? Is that part?
Yeah, that's fine for me.
That's you. Okay, all right, yeah. I just wanted to be sure it's you.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the team, can we see that one Windows computer connected? Can we see it, please? if you can't see this, then that means something you haven't done something right. So, but it's fine. You can shout now if you haven't seen it. Guys, can we confirm, please, if we can see it? If you cannot see, just say as well so that we can help. Now, if you need help, we can. Everybody can help, please. I'll go back again. Yeah, please, guys, can you say if you are here? Let me know so that we can move on. It's only part that says yes. So, Fortune says yes too. Oh, sorry. No, Fortune didn't say yes. So, okay, all right, that's fine. So let's go to data collection rules. So let's click on this one. Okay, so I'm just checking something, just make sure that that's fine. Okay, it's the first one. Okay. Yeah, let me start a little bit. Everyone's confused. Okay, so let me go back from where. So yeah, I'll go back to workspace, please, then agents, data collection rules. This is the rules that we created. So just click on it, go to data log sources. So click on window events. Then we can go to customs log. So this is how the logs are going to be forwarded currently. So these are the current rules that we have. So we can add like 2 additional rules to it. So I'm going to send it to I'll put it in the chat now so we can just add them. 1 second. I'm just getting the so I'm just getting it. So, yeah, I'm putting it in the chat now. Yeah, so we can, yeah, just it. So I'm going to add it here as well. So we can copy it, about it, and just to add. There's one more. Something else. This is a common. You just add. I'll just say Okay. All right. So the last thing is to see how we begin to install the log analytics agents.
Hold on a second, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Hi, James. Quick
Hi.
one.
Yeah.
The second one you sent, I just want to be sure it's not a typo error. You wrote add in front of the Microsoft. Is that okay?
Oh, sorry. No, you should take that hard away. It should just be Microsoft Window File or whatever. Do you understand? So the hard is not there. So it's just Microsoft Window. Yeah, what I mean is it's just gonna be this. You're taking the hard away. So it's still the same, but you're not adding the hard. So let me see if I haven't made mistake myself. So custom. Oh no, so I'm going to remove this. So thank you for that.
We have three there, not two, yeah?
No, it should be two. So
Oh,
I
there
mean,
are
what?
three.
No, it's two. The second one. So the hard is not there. So every other thing is there. So it's just Microsoft Window, whatever. So do you understand what I mean? Like you're not putting the hard in the command. It's going to start from Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Windows firewall with advanced security / firewall, whatever,
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah, are they not the same thing? What's the
Yeah, I
difference?
mean, yes, the hard is not there. The hard, that's the difference.
So
Do you
it's only
understand?
one that we are picking up. The one.
No, they're not the same thing. They're different. You look at the event ID, it's different. The first one is 1117. The second one is 2003.
I can't see 1117.
Oh, so
There is no 117. It's the same thing.
yeah. Let me send the 117. So I thought I'd send that one. So this 117. Sorry, James. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, that's it. That's 117. That's the 117.
Okay. 117.
So you add it and you save it. That's it.
Mm. Oh, there are two event ID, 1116.
So what separate them is the event ID. So the second one, the event ID 1116 or event ID 117 means that if any of the conditions are met, trigger an alert. That's what it means. So if there's an event from Defender with an event ID 116, or so all means one of the
Either of
so if anybody remember truth table when for those that studied in Nigeria, if you're very good at mathematics, we did like what we call truth table. So in truth table you have like either or whatever. So in this case, if one of them 116 or 117 is true, then trigger an alert. That's what it means. So if it is and means that the two conditions has to be met. But if it is all only require just one of the conditions to be met, then an alert will be triggered. So okay. So the next thing I want to do is to install the agent manually. So Shala, that's your question, right? So we'll go back to our virtual machines. If there's no questions, I'll wait. If there's no question here, so there's no question. No questions, I guess. So if there's any question, please let me know. So we're going to add the pin to our Windows machine now. So copy your public IP address. Copy it. And let's go back to our VM. Let's go to Sorry, I think I have my machine up and running already. Let me bring it here so that we can see it. So this is my VM. So I've already RDP into it. So this is it. This is my RDP. So I'll wait till we are all here as well so that we can be on the same page. So once you are here, then we can crack on.
Mhm.
So just RDP into your Windows machine as we've done. We've RDP many times. So just go back, get your public IP address of your Windows machine, then RDP into your Windows machine. After that, then I can go back to my log analytics workspace, go to my workspace, go to agents. So let's see, okay, so you can expand your log analytics agent instructions. So we need the workspace ID, we need the primary key. So you can copy it and bring it to your Windows machine. And just open a notepad. You can open a notepad and just paste it there. So that's your, so paste it there and go back to your, so I've copied the workspace ID, then download the Windows agents. How do we get that out? I think we have to get that as well. Let's see. So go into the folder as well. So go into the folder and just copy it. Copy it as well. Come back to your VM, open Microsoft Edge, and just paste it here. I think I should be able to paste it. Doesn't allow us to paste it. Let's see. How do we get that? Let's think of how to get the. Let's paste it. 1 second. Let's see. Let me see how we can get the agents. How do we get it? How do we get it? Should be able to move it now. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see if I can move it to 1 second. I'm trying to see what we can do. If I can move it to move it to this. Because we are all on the same Microsoft page, so we should be able to. Let's see if we can move it. It doesn't want to move it. How can we get it? Okay, yeah. There are different ways that we can get it. So you can send it from your email. So you can set that image that looks like this. So it's going to look like this. So this is the agent. So you can copy you can save this, you can email it to yourself and go and open your email in your, what's it called? So in your RDP. So, and let me try it. Let me email it to myself, then I'll go and open my email.
Hello, James.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if I'm not seeing the right screen. You were talking about image, but I can't see anything. I don't know if it's from my side. I
We are
can
only
still see
seeing your.
Yeah, this is the image I'm showing. When you download it, when you download the agent, you should have something like this, right?
We are
MMA
only
setup.
seeing your. We are only seeing your Azure portal.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? You're
Yeah,
not seeing
yeah.
my RDP?
No.
No.
Oh, really? Sorry.
So
Oh,
I
God.
can't for them.
Sorry. I thought you guys are seeing my Azure. Okay, that's fine. Let me share my screen again. Sorry. So yeah, thanks for letting me know. I just assume that you guys are seeing it. So let me share it again. So okay, I'm gonna share everything. Small. Okay. Okay. So, but onto this page we're good onto here, right? Click on agent, then go to download the Windows Agent 64. We are good here up to here, right?
Yes.
What can you see now? Can you see my Azure, Microsoft Azure now, right? Can
Yes,
Yes.
I
okay.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So up to here, so we're good up to here. So the next thing that I did was to just RDP into my Windows machine, and this is it. Can you see my RDP now? This one?
Yes.
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
So that's what all that I've done. So when I downloaded my agent, it's going to look like this. I'm sure we all have the same thing, right? Do we have MMA setup AMD 64? Can you see my cursor? Or you can't see it as well?
We can see that.
Okay, so this, do we have this agent as well downloaded in our download folders? Do you have it?
Um, okay, where did we pick that up from? I think I missed that.
So that is from, so we'll go to workspace,
Okay.
agents, log analytics agent instruction. We drop it down. Then there's download agent here.
All right. Okay, fantastic.
So we're going to need workspace ID and primary key. We need
Okay.
this. So we can copy each of them. Just copy the workspace. Go to your RDP machine. So this is my RDP machine. Just open a notepad there and call it workspace and just paste it. That's the key. Then we'll go back and get the primary key as well. So we need both of them, primary key and workspace. So I can click on the primary key, then go back, then I'll go back to my RDP, then my notepad. So this is my notepad, then I call it primary key, then this is it as well. So I need those two keys. So the next thing that we need to do now is to download this download Windows Agent 64 bits. Just click on download, then it's going to automatically download. So what we need to do now is to find a way of getting this executable, this install file. How do we get it into our RDP, so into our Windows machine? That's what we need to do now. That is what is left.
But we can copy and paste inside the RDP directly.
Yeah, do it. Try it.
Yeah, it's done here.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all we need to do. And we just run it. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah. Just copy and paste it. That's it. That's Shola, right? Shola. Hello, Shola.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, copy and paste, and that's it. So let me know if we're all there. If we've all done those 3 steps. Get your workspace ID and get your primary keys and copy your install file and paste it to your Windows machine, and that's all you need to do, and that's it. Once we are there, then we can quickly finish. And I just get it all done. Okay, thanks, Tessie. Tessie's brilliant. Okay, so the next thing is just run the install file. This is just normal install file. It's nothing picky about it. Then just next. Install. Yeah. Okay. You didn't even ask for the keys. That's fine. It's all done. So we've installed it, and that's it.
Hello, James. Sorry, you check. Did you check that connect to agents to Azure Log Analytics?
It didn't. Can you see my own screen? It's not asking. Let me see. Okay, wait. Let me.
I missed that.
Wait. Let me stop sharing. I think you should share your screen. Maybe my own agent is mixed functioning. So let me see. Yeah, please, shall I share your screen? My own agent is malfunctioning, so maybe mine is not working properly. So you share your screen, please. Okay, no, you have your agent already in the VM. Okay, yeah, this is how it should look. This is how exactly it should look. So let me know if the rest of the team are, if you guys are seeing the same, so that we can go from there. Mine, I'll fix mine later. Mine is not working this way, but it's fine. I'll fix my own. It's okay. So guys, are we seeing the same thing like as Shala?
No, when I saw this was when I was installing it on my computer directly. That was when I saw this before I started installing it on my, what is this called again?
Okay, so I can't even see my screen again. So let me find. So Shala, you're meant to select connect to agent Azure Analytics Workspace. Yeah, click on that. Yeah, select that. No, just that one and do next. Yeah, so and yeah, provide your workspace ID and your workspace ID and your, so the one you copy, yeah, just copy it and paste it. Yeah, so workspace ID is the same thing for everyone, please, just for example. Provide the workspace ID. Yeah, just copy and paste it and provide your workspace as well. Paste it. Yeah, and just do next. I don't want Microsoft updates now, because it's just going to generate so much noise. And just install, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So you can do the same thing for your own agent as well. So Shala, so if you want to install it on your personal window, just like what Tessie did, you can as well do it. So you just use the same key. So those keys, those workspace ID and primary keys are the one that are going to be forwarding your logs into your log analytic workspace. So that's how it works. So what we've done now is to forward the logs from your own VM, which is in your Azure, to workspace. So you can forward your personal laptop as well. So you just download the agent as we did now, install it on your own personal laptop and provide the workspace ID, primary key, and that will forward the logs from your own personal laptop as well to Logspace. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So, any questions from anyone?
Yes, I have a question. Mine it didn't work like Shala's.
Okay.
I didn't get all those.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that we can see. Everybody can see what you're saying. Shala, you can stop sharing, please. Let's see.
So this is what I have.
Okay. So we do next. So wait. Before you do anything, Did you install it on your personal laptop, or you haven't done that?
No, no.
Okay. The second one, remove, yeah, just remove it and do next. Remove, just remove everything. So let's do, yeah. So adjustment, then you can install it again. So let's wait for it to finish installing. Now we can do the same thing. Anyone else having any issue, just do finish. Then, wait, do you want to restart? Yes, restart it. Restart it.
Restart my
because-
computer.
Yeah, just do yes. Not your own major one, or the VM. Yeah, restart anyway. Guys, any other person having any issue, just to finish. Then that means you have to add the pip back into your machine, right? Then do the same thing again. So add the pip back into your VM. Yeah, you can see it now, right?
Yes, I can.
So
Thanks.
check the first one. Yeah, next. So provide your workspace ID. So which you can get from your workspace
Yeah,
from.
yeah, we'll do that now. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So then the next is just do next, and that's it. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a night today. Any questions from anyone?
James, this is James here. So the VM we are referring to, that was the virtual one we have, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not the local. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can install the agent on your, just like what Shola wanted to do. Shola wants to get his own logs from his own personal laptop to Workspace as well. You can do that as well if you want. So you can install the same agent, because you can install it on, if you have 10 VMs, 10 Windows machine, you can do it. So what he wants to do is to install it on his own personal laptop as well and get his own log into log analytic workspace. If you want to do that, you can as well do the same thing. But what we've done tonight is just to install it on our VM in Azure. But there's nothing that stops you from doing it on your personal VM. If you want to see what is happening on your personal laptop as well, if you are so keen to see what's happening, then you as well do it.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Any questions, anyone? Any questions? Any questions? So now that we have our logs into Workspace, so on Saturday, then we'll start to create rules and try to generate alerts. Then the incident response would start. So we've done the kind of the hard work. So well done, everyone. So now the environment is kind of set up. So just to start to get the logs and start to create the detection rules, and we'll start to see the alert and everything. Then it becomes like proper environment. If there's no question from anyone, I will hand over back to Pat. Pat, take it over.
There is a question. Sorry.
Okay.
It's not relating to what we've just done.
Okay.
Will it be possible for you to kind of show us before the end of the training, actually show us a kind of a typical job application, and that has how would I put it? That has everything that we've done. If it's
Yeah.
not everything, like just show us something.
It can't have everything, but you have definitely Azure, Sentinel, and all. Yeah, definitely. And we're going to
Okay, I just want to
do
see
do the
typical
CV. Yeah, we're
application.
trying again. Like I think I've explained many times. I will explain again. So what we are doing here, we're doing two things. Yeah, there's a SOC analyst. That's what we're training to be, which is the role of a SOC analyst is to do monitoring, day-to-day monitoring. But what are you monitoring? You are monitoring environment. So there's a logs, there's all of these things that you have. You are monitoring firewall logs, database log, IDS log, IPS logs, and all of these things. That's what we monitor. But what we are doing now is setting up the environment before we start to monitor it. So we're actually doing 2-in-1, which is really, I hope people fully appreciate and understand it, because we're doing two things, not just the monitoring, but also understanding how to set up the environment, which is massive skills really, because I didn't know how to do all of this when I started. I never knew, but I'm part of learning as I grew in my career, and I learned it, and it, like I said, it's helpful a lot, because people want to get somebody that knows more than just monitoring. Like I said, the industry is a bit, kind of not saturated is not the word. It's not. I'm not. It's a bit demand. Like the demand is a bit high. Unlike when I started. When I started, if you know just basic thing, then you can get into SOC, but not anymore. When I started, just basic, even if you are coming from like IT support, they might be willing to even train you, because they were looking for people at the time. But now they now need people that actually know it, the kind of at least more than basics. So which is what we're doing now. Understand how logs work, understand why we are logging events, understand how to query, understand workspace, log analytics, how the environment works, and how to actually write KQL queries and all of those things. So that's where we are now. Just like any other IT, there's always this time there the career will start. Some people will start it with them, and everybody's trying to learn along the way. Then it will get to a state that it will be like a kind of mid stage, whereby they now, they have like a baseline. They're not looking for like so entry any longer. They are looking for people that actually have some basic knowledge. So that's where we are now. All right. Any questions from anybody?
Yeah. No, not a question anyway. I say with this, we can flex our muscle a little bit during when writing the resume and when going for.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're like me, when I'm doing interview is like, for me, is like story. Because when you're interviewing, you are telling your stories, right? You want somebody to give you a job. So you have to tell your story. You have to convince, you have to let the person know that you know exactly what you're doing. So interview is story to me. So it depends on how much story you can tell. But if you don't have knowledge, can you actually tell story? No. The more knowledge you know, the more story you can tell.
Yep.
So for me, when I'm interviewing, I visualize everything that I've done in my lab, in my work, and that's what I say. So it's just, I'll just close my eyes and I'll just be remembering what I'm doing. Okay, and I'll just be saying it, and it does work. But if I didn't do anything, there's nothing that I'm going to remember. If I didn't have any lab, if I've not done hands-on, and what hands-on does for you is actually make you to remember it, because you remember how you create your workspace, how you install your agent. There's no way you can forget, because you did it. So it's not something that you just read on the book, you read in one book and you can, but you did it. You make, like Tessie was doing it now. You made a mistake, you copied the workspace. Those are the experience. Those are the things that you cannot actually buy. You have to get the experience. And it's not, you will never forget it. If I were you, I'll go back. So then I'll delete everything and start all over. And just do all over. I will not just stay here and say, okay, because the more you do it, the more you now realize, okay, maybe something was not quite clear. But when you now do it again, oh, okay, I understood why we did this. And that's how you retain the knowledge. This is Azure. You can delete everything that we've done and start all over again. I mean, with the knowledge, you can do it like over 4 days. That's what I would do. But again, it's up to any individual to decide what they want to do. But if I were, my shoes, I will maybe after Saturday. I know that we have like a 4 days, gap. From Sunday, I'll start from creating my Azure resource, creating resource group, network group. I mean, we have the videos. I'll start and do everything up to where we are. And if there's any questions, you can always ask me. That's what I would do, just to make sure that the knowledge is retained and I fully understand and grasp, what we've done. And if there's any questions, you can always ask. That's what I would do. Oh, that's me. Anyways, I'll hand over back to Pat.
Yeah,
Pat, over to you.
I'm here. Thank you. Yeah. People are getting quieter in the class. I do hope we're still following.